with Tao. Understanding intricacies of life leads to fulfillment. Understanding the intricacies of life at every level and every interaction is important. Remember, these are like theories, a guidance, but how you enter into the practical lab that life is. Lab when you enter into the male-female relationship. These intricacies act as theoretical guidance, but actually what happens depends on your own understanding of these intricacies, the understanding and the inner feeling between the partners, and what surfaces at the moment. When I said stimulation of breast is important, yes, it is important both for men and women as far as sexual fulfillment is concerned. How you do it, what you do, what it is relevant this moment and what will be the next moment, all depends. No one can decide, not even you. It is automatically decided at the moment of thought expression or actions taking place as a silent communion between partners. Nothing is said at that moment, but it happens in this mysterious, mystical way. That is how life goes on. And if you know these intricacies, then your interaction at the physical level reaches a certain level where it begins to filter to the next level, which is emotional. Most of the sexual interactions do not allow the energy to transcend to emotional level. Even if it happens, one of the partner experiences something beyond physical and emotional at a different level, but it creates an element of fear in the other, and it does not continue. For transcending interaction at the physical level is easy. At emotional level or emotional fulfillment is more difficult. And understanding and experiencing and living the sexual experiences at the level of energy is most difficult. But this is the ultimate. The life's journey does not end until one attains to this kind of sexual partner where both can operate at energy level. along this process. Marriages become dry because in the beginning, when you meet a new partner, you play, you follow the manual, you play with her or his body. You are not certain whether he or she will allow you a direct approach. So there is foreplay longer. You just feel the ground to see whether the partner is ready or not. But when the same partner becomes your husband or wife, both take things for granted. There is no need. In most of the cases, both remain dissatisfied with one another. We do not enter into sexual interaction as if every time you are entering into a new relationship because it's a new day, but we go with the past memories and we start taking things for granted. No one thinks that a woman or a man exists in different ways and their bodies respond in different ways, just opposite to each other. They feel for something different, things to be done in a different way each time there is an interaction. However, this focus, this concentration on breasts, melting into them, will give new feelings to a female meditator, a new feeling about her own body, because now from the center, which is breasts in case of a female, she can move, she can feel the whole body vibrating just by loving breast of a woman, just by loving the breast of a woman, she can be brought to an orgasm because the negative pole will automatically go on responding. Similar has been the experience with men. There are many other things that depends on and the couple decides on the spur of the moment. However, if you start with the breasts, meditating on breasts, on the nipples, do not follow the route that you have been told or read in the books, because that is just a guidance. Do not follow any chart, just allow energy to move itself in the direction it takes you or leads you into, whatever it will lead you to the direction to which you need to be at that moment. Allow the energy to move itself and guide you. It will happen in this way with just as a vague suggestion. This is the vague suggestion based on the experience and the researchers' experience of the mystics, that breast will become filled with energy, both for men and women, and they will radiate energy. They will become hot, ready, and then immediately the genitals will respond. And only after the genitals respond and vibrates, your existential bioenergy begins to work. The root will be different, and the way energy moves or will arise in both partners will differ from each other. In men, this energy arises very actively, forcibly. That is why it is said serpent is rising very forcefully, suddenly, with a jerk. The serpent unfolds, the energy unfolds itself, and it is felt on many points. Those points are known as psychocenters or chakras. Whenever there is resistance of any kind, the snake forces itself, the energy forces itself just as the penis enters the vagina. So the passage is similar in case passage for the rising of this existential bioenergy is similar in men, because penis penetrates the vagina forcefully. When the energy rises, it is as if penis inside is moving. A deep sensation is felt. And a snake is a phallic symbol. Really not to use direct language, not to call it penis. The mystics have called it a snake. And you must have the story of the Garden of Eden, where the serpent, it was Lucifer in the form of serpent, who persuaded Eve to eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge that grew in the center. No scholars are working, and they say that the serpent is also the phallic symbol used so as not to say it directly. Christians have given this symbol the name Lucifer. So it is not a question really of eating the fruit of knowledge, it is a question of sexuality. The same symbol has been used in India. The serpent rises just like a penis erecting in jerks and moves inward, its counterpart, the vagina. This will not be the feeling for a woman. The feeling for the woman will be quite opposite. I can speak only on the basis of the mystical experience, but individual experiences differ from person to person. A woman feels when the penis has entered vagina a kind of melting sensation, the welcoming, the vagina making the way or giving way, vibrating very, very delicately. Mystics have experienced this meditatively, and individuals, women, have explained this kind of experience in different forms and varying degrees. The experience of a woman will be different. Woman feels the penis has entered the vagina as she feels. As a woman feels penis has entered the vagina, the melting sensation, the welcoming, the vagina giving way, vibrating very, very delicately in a receptive mood, loving, welcoming, and the same will be the phenomena inside. And when energy rises, it will be receptive. It will be a receptive, passive rise, as if a passage is automatically opening. In no way a serpent rising during sexual interaction. The rise of the energy in male and female happens in a different way. In case of a woman, there is a receptive, passive rise, as if the passage is automatically opening itself. Not a serpent rising, but a door opening. The passage is opening, and something naturally and spontaneously giving way. It will be a passive and negative. With men, something is entering, a feeling as if something is entering. With women, the feeling is something is opening, not entering. This is the difference between the sexual interaction between male and female. Women feels an spontaneous opening, spontaneous melting, not a feeling of entering, but no one has worked on it, never before, because no one has taken any cognizance of woman, what happens to her. How does the energy moves into her in a passive and a receptive way. And when there is passivity and receptivity, the passage automatically opens. No effort is made or required on the part of a woman. But the future, I think that now it is a must. Even the feminine body should not be neglected, because it is capable of unfolding many secrets. And if the focus remains even of a male on the feminine movement of energy, it will take men deeper into fulfillment, and the way the energy moves in a female will unfold myriad secrets from the womb of the existence that have remained unexplored. Because of puritanic approach, moralistic approach, all these kind of nonsense, it is very difficult to work and to create a relevant map for how the feminine body will respond to this phenomenon of rising sex, rising existential bioenergy during the act of tantric physical interaction. This is how I feel it will be, it is, and it should be. But again, it is up to the women who experiences this. My expression or explanation is based on witnessing, a mystical witnessing. There are those who will share their insights into it to make such talks more relevant.